I'm always having to help my practitioners understand that they kind of got to be a unicorn if they want to make a lot of money. That's not a marketing strategy, y'all. That's literally mindset and belief that what you have, the gifts that you have to bring to the world, need to be heard and seen. And people need to pay for it. And people need to spend money with you. A lot of practitioners don't believe that. They believe that they are put here to help people, not necessarily to be wealthy. And I've got a gift for kind of helping health entrepreneurs crack open so that they can see that it's okay for them to make money and help people all at the same time. I want you to bookmark this episode and I want you to share it with at least one practitioner, one fitness professional, health coach, wellness entrepreneur, chiropractor, dentist, physician, one of those types of folks that needs to hear and be reminded about what critical components they have to have inside in order for their business to pop off. Okay, so the first one I'm gonna drop on y'all, you have to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. I don't know who came up with the slogan however many years ago, but it's genius. It really, really is. You can't get to, 7 figures, 8 figures, hell, even multiple 6 figures and still be the same person that you are right now. I haven't met you. I don't know you. But what I know is that if you have big dreams, you have big goals, you have a big message, and you want a big platform, you need to be a different person. And usually that requires you to be uncomfortable. What does discomfort feel like? How long can you sit in discomfort and grow? How many people did you have to have an uncomfortable conversation with to fire them from your business when you know you've been paying them for too long anyway? You had to get uncomfortable with that type of leadership, right? I could go on and on and on with examples of how we as business owners, CEOs, founders, well, we're so close to our product and we're so close to our promise and our transformation that we're providing for our clients, we forget that we still have to be the boss. Yeah, we have to understand how money works and our KPIs and all the things, right? Yeah, that some people run from numbers. You got to lean into it. That means that, yeah, you're going to have to raise your prices. That means that there's going to be some uncomfortable conversations that you may have to have with lifelong clients of yours because you have to grow, because you have to get better. So I want to challenge you, get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Live in the discomfort. Growth only happens in discomfort. And I want to tell you that if you're not a little scared, you're not doing enough and you're not doing it right. So if you're trying to crack open to that next level in your business, that next financial milestone, shake things up a bit and do the hard things. Another mindset tip I want to give y'all is I want you to ditch perfectionism. I never, ever, ever want to be perfect, but I want to make progress. I have so many examples of how I wanted things to be perfect that I've wasted so much money. Here's an example. Like I had a photo shoot or something coming up for back when I was I think I was helping Jamal with the gym, the second gym that we opened, the third, final, hell, so many of them, I don't know. But the last one that we most recently closed. And I wanted it to be perfect. And I didn't order the t-shirts and stuff in enough time. When you're ordering swag and things like that, it shouldn't cost an arm and a leg. It shouldn't be like, $80 a unit and stuff like that. So you're supposed to prepare and do these things in advance. And I didn't. I was so hell bent on just the aesthetics of the photo shoot. And I wanted it to be right. And I finally got everybody organized and together, which is hard enough to do anyway. And so I went to one of those same day t-shirt printing places and paid like $30 to $40 a shirt. Like I spent like $1,000 when I could have spent like $250 because I wanted it to be perfect. So not only was I wrong with that thinking, it didn't even make anything better. And I lost money. It's not like the photo shoot helped me make more money. It helped me like make more social media posts. But I wasn't even thinking right because I just wanted it to be perfect. How many of you guys can come up with an example in your own life and your own business where you've either remained stuck or made bad decisions because you just had to be a certain way, or you had to sit with the cool kids, or you had to pay for a coaching group you didn't have no business being a part of, or you had to offer a service because one client complained or one client says something to you and you felt like it was necessary to make the change, not putting your business first, but just focusing on the perfectionism of it and not sitting in, is this a good decision for me? You get stuck in this cycle of perfection and there's no growth happening. So what I want you to think about is when you're focused on, every day I'm going to do something to help my business make money, I'm going to do something to help myself grow, action is going to beat inaction every single time. It would have been much better if I just did the photo shoot. That's the action that I needed to focus on because I didn't plan correctly and honestly didn't even have the budget to waste the money that I wasted, but it looked good, right? So I want y'all to get things done, even if it's messy. Even if it's messy. We already committed that we're going to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. And now we're like, you know what? Let's ditch this perfectionism. We're going to stay in action and we're going to do the thing. Here's something else, y'all, that I want you to think about when you're talking about that mindset for greatness, right? That mindset for growth. I want you to think about, this team component and really mastering the art of delegation. I know some of you guys are probably like, well, Lauren, I'm just starting out, or I don't have budget, or I don't, whatever. I'm like, I'm going to call bullshit on that because that means that you're not dreaming big enough and you're not thinking big enough to put the right value behind your services so that you can have the right help that you need. That's what I'm going to say. What I believe is that there should not ever be a solopreneur that has no help. I'm not saying you need a team of 30 people, but you do have to master the art of delegation. That's where you have that growth mindset when you know that you're going to need people to help you get to the next level. Here's what I want you to think of is that if you're trying to do everything on your own, that's only signs that you're just basically a control freak and that you want to be burned out. Like you don't mind doing all the things and getting on the fast track to burnout. So for everybody that, for the most part, I'm talking to people who have a health and wellness business, you cannot do all the things. You cannot be the healer, the front desk, the appointment taker, the customer service. You just can't. So if you start envisioning your business as the empire that you want it to be, which could be like a team of 4 or could be a team of 20, everybody has a different thought process into what growth looks like for them. If you're thinking of it in that way, then you're already going to have that carved out, the positions that you need at minimum. I'm tired of y'all bootstrapping your dreams together and then expecting it to just work. At a certain point, you're going to have to make the investment, get the money to do the thing so you have the right people in place. Like, I'm sick of it. I'm sick of this weak mindset. Practitioners, you have to have the right help. You have to be the right boss. You have to be a great leader. You cannot do this on your own. And I don't want you to even go down this path of thinking that it can be done that way. The best example I have of this right now is my husband, Jamal. So you'll hear me talking about him a lot because we're in growth mode with him as we launch his online health coaching and fitness platform. He already knows, he went straight into the game. He was like, okay, Lauren, for my spot here in Atlanta, the rent's $1,500. For me to have a social media manager, it's X amount. For me to have a virtual assistant to manage all of my lead management. And he was like, I need to automate. So I want to make sure I automate my meal plans, but this and that. So he was already he's like, I'm going into this knowing how much money I want to make and how much money I need to spend each month. That's the mindset. A weaker individual would have just opened the business and been like,
oh my God, I have so many things to do. I'm so burned out. Oh God.
Yeah, that's the voice you guys make when you're in distress mode.
Oh my God, it's so hard. I'm all alone. I didn't have to be, but here I am.
Okay. Let me stop. This mindset thing is a big deal. It's a big deal. And I see a lot of people stay stuck because of it. I see a lot of folks who just never progress and they just blame and they never ever really fully realize and actualize that the onus is on them to be the unicorn, to make their shit just pop off, straight up. If you found this clip from the Power Moves Health Marketing Podcast to be helpful, then check out the next video or watch the full episode here. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next big move in health marketing. Thanks for watching.